Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius dragons. Welcome to your Mercury Retrograde reading. So this is a surprise reading. Cards are already coming out for you because there's a snowstorm where I am today. And I just realized Mercury went into retrograde on the 14th. Sorry, on the 13th. 13th? 14th? I don't know. It depends on where you are in the world. And I sort of, life has been a little bit busy for me lately. So it's sort of like, whoo, went past me. Anyways, it goes until February 3rd. So you guys are getting surprise reading. Surprise! So I might get this like whenever I get them uploaded, and we'll see what's happening. So my Sagittarius. So what we have here is we have the Five of Swords, the King of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Moon. Now right away you have two fives. Fives are about conflict and disagreements, but they're also about change. Okay. They are about instability and loss. Okay, so I feel that whoever this King of Swords is, if you have a lot of air in your charts, it could be you. It could be you even if you find that you are very logical and analytical. It could also be the King of Swords in a bad way. If you are dealing with somebody who is gossiping and superficial and trying to put people against each other, right? So it doesn't have to necessarily be an air sign. It can be any sign. Anybody can be a jerk, which doesn't matter. Male, female, or however you identify, right? It doesn't matter. Any human being can be a jerk, right? I have kittens. Sometimes they're even jerks, okay? So you don't even have to be human, okay? Sometimes it just happens. So, but you have somebody here, this Five of Swords has, it sort of rings a little bit of alarm bells. It's somebody, and it's a very, it's an older masculine energy, okay? So it even could be an older woman that presents as male energy, but it's very controlling, okay? It's somebody's sort of been like, sort of trying to keep you in your place or keep you down a little, or they've just had something over you. And it's some sort of control, but you haven't been able to get away from it, okay? And I feel like you've lost something from it, right? Like you might be chasing after something. You feel like you're having to run after something. You might be just very disappointed in this, with whatever this King of Swords energy is. I'm getting a sort of a lot of stories around it, but I'm hearing that there's sort of somehow they're holding you back. That's what I'm thinking of. Somehow a King of Swords is holding you back. Okay? And you're sort of disappointed, right? You might be feeling just some sort of despair or some sort of loss or maybe losing hope. Yeah, the big thing about the Five of Cups is the Five of Cups is somewhat self-created, okay? Because then you have the Moon, so you're seeing the truth about this. How much of this are you bringing in and allowing to happen, okay? Now, obviously, guys, if you're in a super toxic situation, this isn't for you, okay? If you're in a super toxic situation, you shouldn't really be watching tarot readings. You need to go and get help, okay? So, but if it's an okay situation, I think you need it. You're being calm to look inside and see how much you're letting this affect you. You need to sort of take control again and just say, no, right? Like, I'm not going to let this happen. You don't have to stay broken, right? So it's like, how much of this have you sort of taken in? I'm hearing that you've tried to do too much. You've tried to, there's a thing, right? Not a saying, but just this sort of knowledge where you can't heal someone who doesn't want to heal themselves. They have to be the ones to do it. They have to do the work. Okay, so I feel like you might have taken on some things and taken it very personally, and you can't. You need to really like let it go. You need to sort of break free from this. And you need to see, what do you have control of? Okay, make a list. What can you control? So when you're in a situation with somebody that you can't control, okay, and not control them, but say you're in a situation and somebody is, say, we'll say work, okay, and say you have a boss, right? And they're behaving a certain way or whatever. Well, you know what you can control? You can control your behavior. You can control how you respond. You can control how much you let them affect you to a certain level, okay? If it's, like I said, if it's toxic and this person is like abusive, you might need to gather some evidence and go to HR, right? Or depending on how bad it is, go to the police, right? So it's, or get a lawyer, right? So I think that you just need to really see and make lists of what you can control and go and control that, okay? Let's go ahead and get a card for you. So that's funny. This came up for another sign too. So this is the Ask and It Is Given card. It's a beautiful book by Esther and Abraham Hicks. I don't make money from it, but it's something to look into if you have never heard of them. So my emotional set points can be changed, okay? So your set points are achieved by attention to a subject. We want you to understand that extreme value in deliberately achieving we want you to understand the extreme value in deliberately achieving your own set points, because once you expect something, it will come. The details of it may play out differently, but the vibrational essence will always be an exact match. So watch what your set points are. If you are always focusing on something that's negative and holding you down, it's going to keep being negative and holding you down. Okay, you need a sense how you can get some freedom instead of sort of keeping on chasing it. Okay, you don't need to stay broken. Okay, so you need to change that set point, right? I didn't speak too much about the moon, but this is about facing yourself. Okay, so maybe you're putting too much energy into the King of Swords because you don't want to face something in yourself. So it's about like a last little bit of deep healing. Okay, healing is tough. Okay, and it's not even the last, but it's something that just needs to truly be let go of. Okay, it could also mean that this person might be secretive, and that's sort of what keeps you in this, is because they don't tell you everything. So just watch, you know, but really see what you're deliberately bringing into your life, right? And I love watching Esther and Abraham through some of their conversations, very short videos, but it's sort of like those things that you can watch a million times, and every time it takes on a new meaning. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarius, that is your reading for Mercury Retrograde. So just watch anything to do with communication, anything legal, anything texting, technology might break on you. I already did a reading twice because I hit record and it didn't record. So it goes until February the 3rd. Okay, thanks guys. Have a wonderful day.